What's up everybody, my name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Doesn't make sense. I don't really know. Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, but I started new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still supporting.
Alright man, I'm back with another video, man. Before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 51 to the best of my knowledge, and if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, y'all already know, I started this series off at the beginning of the year in 2023, and look, we are here. I mean, I can see like the goal, right? Okay. I remember starting this joint off at the top of the year, and I remember like it was like week 1, week 2, and I was like, man, this is gonna be like a long time, but you know, it actually kind of went through quickly once you get past like that first like 3-4 months, and it just becomes a part of like your routine, right? Okay, so I'm glad that I actually did incorporate this into the channel. So here we are, week 51, right? Okay, and I believe to the best of my knowledge there's 52 weeks in a year, so we got one more week to knock out 2023, and then we're gonna be right into 2024. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, if y'all want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Y'all know I pretty much post my daily pics of when I'm rocking my kicks over in the sold out Discord. We have definitely a show your kick section, definitely have like a food section, we have sneaker news section, upcoming releases, just a lounge area, and probably gonna add some more channels up in the sold out Discord, and it is free to sign up. So shameless plug, but enough rambling, man. Let's get into this weekly sneaker rotation for week 51. Now y'all know I end things off on a Friday, then pick right back up on a Saturday. So let's just start right off on Saturday, man. Y'all know pretty much I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 11 Gratitude. Now y'all know I just picked these up. I got a mall vlog out, and I definitely owe you guys an on-feet and review, which that video is definitely coming. To the best of my knowledge, I should drop it next week, but y'all know so much stuff. Still, heat is still steadily dropping up on us. Nike has just been hitting us back to back, man. And I'm honestly not mad at it, but hey, here we are, right? Okay, so pretty much Air Jordan 11, a shooter that I was this close to like almost skipping on, but then at the last second, now they did charge like a little bit extra for these guys, but I feel like it's totally worth it. Definitely giving you pretty much the DMP vibes back from 2006. Now this is supposed to be like the updated version, which we call the Gratitudes. Only major difference is it's all over like leather versus it having like that actual like just patent leather here and having like that little extra different material like the nylon joint that was on there before. But now it's all on leather. Now one person was asking me, did I get the toe creases? And yes, man, after one wear, it is up on here. I don't know if this camera's gonna do this any type of justice, but if I can get the camera just to focus just a little bit, there is a little bit of a toe crease there, but again, not enough to really bother me, right? Okay, I still have the Concord 11s from 2018 in good condition, so I'm not really tripping on these, and I feel like I would probably choose these if I was gonna pick like a quote-unquote like I guess Concord / DMP beater. It would be these. Granted, Nike did taxes for these. I believe they was going for like $230 on retail, but again, they made more than enough pairs. So if you need a fresh pair, I feel like with a little bit of footwork, you could probably get them right at retail or find a decent deal, but don't quote me on that because these prices and stuff change all the time. I'm no professional reseller, but this was my Saturday shoe. Definitely glad I picked it up, in a shoe I'm definitely probably gonna wear very often, right? Okay, very versatile. Actually, I wore these joints, believe it or not, I actually wore it to the barbershop, right? Okay, which I'm probably overdue for another shape up at this point to the time that I'm shooting this video, but this was my Saturday shoot. Now we're gonna move right along on to Sunday. Pretty much, y'all know Sunday, I do my very, very best to try to make Sunday just like my relaxed day. So I'm in the crib, may cook something to eat, but other than that, man, I just really just wanna wind down and just prepare myself for the week as it starts up. So pretty much on Sunday, I was in the Yeezy slides. Now this is the pure colorway, and yes, mine have been through heckin' back, right? Okay, I'm saying the edited version for YouTube, but yes, they have been there, and yes, I got fresh pairs, but I use those for traveling. But again, these are still, in my opinion, wearable, but definitely you can tell if anybody's ever tested the full capability of like a Yeezy slide, it's me. Now, I will say the only downside about as this shoe age, sure, it doesn't wear down where you can't necessarily wear it anymore, which I haven't seen in videos like that, but what I'll say is, as it gets more, as you wear it down, it is easier to trip walking in these, right? Okay, like it is a little bit of like that grip distance, it definitely goes, because it's just, keep in mind, I think this is just literally just rubber if I really think about it. But again, or is it? Yeah, I'm thinking, right? Okay, but again, one of those, I really can't be mad at it. If it's not rubber, y'all feel free to correct kid down in the comment section. But at the end of the day, foam. That's the word I'm looking for. My bad, foam. But at the end of the day, it's just foam. But again, I'm sure if you mess with any form of foam over the years, and I've had these joints at least going on 2, probably even 3 years, you gotta expect some wear and tear, especially that these are easily could become a daily driver. And I believe like these have, like I've traveled with them, I've done probably a little bit more than what I should with them, right? Okay, but this was my Sunday shoe, was the Yeezy Slide Pure. Cool, now we're gonna move right on to Monday. Y'all know I work a full-time job, so right back to work for the kid, nothing new. And I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 11, and this is the Win Like 96s, but I just like to call them the all red joints, but I know there's other like cherries and other things like this one, but this is the Win Like 96s. Got that toe crease on these as well. I think that just comes with 11s, but I don't think like, I'm gonna say this, when you put your foot in them and you got some tension on it, I think it kind of doesn't look bad. People don't really notice that, or at least I don't anyway, but this is a shoe where it just made sense for me to cop. This was also a shoe that I thought I was gonna end up skipping up on, but actually I would probably say out of all the 11s in my collection, I probably low-key wear these the most. Granted, my coworker would probably argue differently because they got another pair of 11. I got a different pair of 11s that they feel like they see me in all the time. But if it's not the one I wear the most, it's the runner-up. Y'all know me, naturally I'm a sucker for red. I almost was about to sell these joints, but I decided to hold on to them since, I mean, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with having a beater shoe. And also, it rained like cats and dogs, so to speak, if you heard that speech on Sunday. So I know it's pretty much gonna be still extremely wet on Monday, pause. So I wanted to wear something that I wasn't afraid where if I had stepped in a puddle or something, I wasn't worried about like messing it up. So 11s is a good shoe to wear in the rain, in my opinion, or when it's wet outside. So this was my Monday shoe. Now we're gonna move right along on to Tuesday. I wanted to switch things up, a shoe that I haven't worn in a long time, but also arguably some of my favorite shoes in my collection because these come from my childhood. So on Tuesday, the kid stepped in none other than the Nike SB, and these are the Paul Rodriguez. Now this is the true blue colorway, obviously inspired off the Air Jordan 3, but this is actually a Nike SB bars. But yeah, not a Nike SB Dunk. My coworker was actually asking me this question today, actually. But yeah, it's just a SB, right? It's not a dunk. But I used to think they were dunks, but it's actually just an SB, and then Nike actually started doing Nike SB dunks. But this is the Paul Rodriguez, one of my favorite skateboarders of all time. True blue, arguably, when I think of the True Blue 3s, one of my favorite Jordans of all time. So it only made sense that they made a skateboarding version. Now I believe, and I'm gonna check the production date on these. These dropped back in 09. Yep, correctly, 09, right? Okay, at least production date was 09, so I'm assuming they went on a drop from later on in 09 that year. So arguably like a colorway where, to be honest, back in the day, I probably would have skipped on them because I'm more of a red person, but now I think I have a very versatile palette when it comes to color, even though majority of the time you will see me in red. So this was my Tuesday shoe, was the True Blue Nike SB P-Rods, which is Paul Rodriguez. All right, so we're gonna move right along on to Wednesday. Again, right back to work. And I decided I wanted to run it back, so to speak, right? Okay, so pretty much I stepped in none other than the Nike SB P-Rods, and this is the pretty much red and black version, or you can just say like, I don't think I remember the actual name on these joints, or we can just say black cement P-Rods or something like that. If I get the official name, I will put it up on the screen. But pretty much the true blue version, and then we got the red and black version. Same shoe, just black and red. Now this one low-key was my favorite one I always wanted in my childhood, but my funds was not like that back then. Now this one actually was produced back in 07, so this shoe is pretty old in my collection. So I probably had it, but for whatever reason I probably just didn't buy it at the time, even though I probably had a lot of sneakers already. But this is arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection now. With this shoe being produced in 2007, yes, this shoe has fell apart on me, so I've had to glue it back together myself personally. Now the camera may not do this any justice, but I've had to glue it back together, and the other shoe I glued back together as well. It fell apart, but they're still holding up, and to the naked eye, unless I point it out to people in person, they don't even know I've had to re-stick this shoe together, right? Okay, pause. But I feel like it was definitely worth it, right? Okay. Arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. You got the Paul Rodriguez signature on here. I was watching him when he was a professional as like a teenager, right? Okay, I remember him when he was on City Stars. I'm talking another skateboard company as well. And then I remember whenever he went on to Plan B. Yeah. And I seen him actually skate for girls skateboards as well. So I definitely used to be very, very big into skating. And, you know, Dunks would arguably say once a skater, always a skater. So y'all know deep down that's where my heart is. But arguably this is where this shoe holds a special place in my heart. And of course that red, you just can't beat it. So yeah, one of my favorite shoes in my collection and what I wore on Wednesday. All right, cool. So we're gonna move right along on to Thursday. I felt like I got into like a SB theme, but now we're gonna move on to like SB Dunks. That's a hint right there. Some that I don't really wear enough, but I feel like I needed to wear them. I just wanted to make sure the weather was clear because this is a shoe you probably don't want to get wet. And we're gonna move right along to Thursday, and we're gonna talk the Grateful Deads, and these are the yellow joints. Pretty much this is the Grateful Dead Nike SB, and this is the yellow one. We got the stash pocket in here. You can unzip this joint. Now I did have to come off the hip with the chips with these, but totally worth it, man. And I have worn these to the barbershop. I've worn these probably anywhere, but only time I will not wear these is when it's wet. But other than that, I will wear these pretty much anytime. Y'all know me, I'm a big fan of wear your sneakers at the end of the day. It's okay to have beaters. It's okay to not have the most hype shoe. It's okay to have the hypest shoe. As long as you're buying what you like and what makes you happy, hey, by all means, who is my opinion and what is the other person's opinion like hating on you, right? Okay, but yeah, this is a shoe that eventually I just couldn't live without anymore. Now, I believe these dropped in 2020. Let me just double check. Yeah, production date on these was in, look like, yeah, 2019 to 2020. So I believe these dropped summer 2020. And yeah, you know how hard it was to probably cop these guys. I would love to still have the orange pair, but I think the orange pair was still like skate shops only, but don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive it's even hard to find that on the resale market. And probably, I believe out of all three, because there's three different colorways, this the orange pair is probably the most expensive. But this was the yellow joint. Y'all know me also, I am a major sucker for yellow, by the way, so I just want to throw that out there. But this was my Thursday shoe, was the Grateful Dead SB Dunks in the yellow colorway. Cool, now we're gonna close things out for the week for Friday. Same thing, since I ran it back from like Tuesday to Wednesday, I did the same thing on Thursday. I wanted to run it back from Thursday, so Friday I decided to run it back, and I ran it back in none other than the Nike SB Grateful Dead in the green joints. So pretty much y'all know on Thursday I rocked the yellows, then I closed out with the green joints. I just feel like I wanted to run it back, man. I feel like these shoes I don't wear enough, and these are definitely an attention grabber when you rock them. And I can honestly say as a shoe, I definitely just needed to break in a little bit more. Shoes that I don't wear enough, but y'all know me, I do my very best to try to rock every sneaker in my collection, because I know a lot of people give me flack about skipping a lot of shoes, but if it's behind me, that means I really like it, right? Okay, so pretty much Grateful Dead SB Dunks in the green colorway. Arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Same thing, stash pocket, but it's just in green. And I can honestly say I don't really wear a lot of green. However, you know, sometimes that's why I say it's hard for me to always pick a color, because if you just really stuck to like your favorite color when it comes to sneakers, you would slowly find out. I'll speak for myself. I was slowly finding out when I was just sticking to black and red sneakers, all my shoes literally just, I didn't have enough coordination. So I started saying, like, if you really like the shoe, when they do it in other colors, go for it. If it's not like too far out there, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that, because if it's far out there, some people like a lot of like different loud colors and like to stand out, and I see why now, because actually those people have a lot more versatility than me, and I just keep it 100 about it. But again, no shade at nobody. I respect everybody in the sneaker game that collects, and you know, at the end of the day, this could be an extremely expensive, it is an extremely expensive hobby, even if you get everything for retail. But anyway, This was my Friday shoe, was a Nike SB Grateful Dead green joints, a shoe that I don't wear enough, and I'm definitely just trying to get my rotation right. I do like how they offset it with like that blue on the bottom of these joints, so very dope. So pretty much this was my Friday shoe, and this should complete this weekly sneaker rotation for week 51. What do you guys think down in the comment section, man? And of course, let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. I actually appreciate the people that do make that and let me know what they wear throughout the week. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.